McKenna? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just admiring the lights in the studio. They're just so reliable. Like the sun, you know? They never go out unless you want them to.
Well, unless there's an eclipse or something, like the one we just had recently.
What?
Yeah, Brandon just did a story on it. Let's roll it.
On Monday, April 8th, a solar eclipse occurred throughout the country. In commemoration of this occasion, Winnacunnet hosted a solar eclipse watching event starting at 2:45. The event included complimentary eclipse glasses, some tasty food at the bake sale, and some activities involving sunlight on other planets. Hampton experienced a 95% eclipse, with the moon nearly entirely covering the sun. If you traveled up north, you would have been able to see a total solar eclipse. Many attended the gathering and really enjoyed this once-in-a-lifetime experience.
It was pretty fun. I hung out with friends and watched the solar eclipse. I'd say it was a really good experience, and I'd definitely do it again.
It was pretty fun. I got to see some of my friends after school when I never do.
I think it was very cool because I've never seen anything like it.
I've seen it before, so it was pretty average, pretty lame actually. It was kind of underwhelming. I expected a lot more, like maybe the world to explode or something, but sadly none of that happened.
It was awesome. I really enjoyed watching it. I can't wait to see it in another 40 years.
For me, the solar eclipse was amazing. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so just truly amazing.
I found it very disappointing. I didn't even get that dark.
It was cool to watch it with all my friends and look at the sun.
Solar eclipse was pretty cool, It got really cold though, so I was freezing out there. Should have brought a jacket, but I didn't. And I was on the beach too, low tide and stuff like that. I don't know, it was cold out there, so yeah.
So the solar eclipse experience for me, it was interesting because I kept going outside every couple minutes to find it, see it, I could say is a better word. And I thought it was interesting. I thought it was kind of overrated. And I don't recommend anyone ever watch a solar eclipse ever again.
When asked if they wanted to watch the eclipse again, students said,
Yes, but not for another 50 years.
Absolutely, especially if I meant world domination.
Miss Woodsmith is the advisor of the Astronomy Club. She worked with Miss Noon and the Science Club to make this event happen.
I hope they had a really good time and that they got to see some of the amazing things that our universe holds for us. Just the exciting and wonderful things of stars, and learned a little bit more about astronomy.
The solar eclipse was an amazing event, and another will not happen in North America until the year 2044. This is Brandon Roy for WHTV.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just writing some sort of short story.
Here? Why?
Well, because a couple of our peers recently won awards on some of their works. Recently, 3 students won awards for the Scholastics 2024 Awards Competition. This competition has recognized many different authors, including Stephen King, Andy Warhol, Kay Walkingstick, Joyce Carol Oates, and more. According to Scholastic, the 2023 awards received more than 300,000 submissions from over 100,000 teens in 28 categories of art and writing. Congratulations to Nicole Sharapera for winning the Gold Key for Flash Fiction, Silas in the Wild West, Madison Matthews for winning the Silver Key for a writing portfolio, Guide to Girlhood, and Madeline Wilworth for winning Honorable Mention for Flash Fiction, The Cycle.
Wow, congrats to everyone.
Speaking of making things, Jackson did a story about empty bowls, didn't he?
He did. Let's check it out.
On March 30th, Winnacunnet had an event called Empty Bowls, where the community of Hampton come in and buy food that were donated from local food companies and custom-made bowls that were handcrafted by Miss Egger's students to help end hunger in our school community. People who attended the event on Saturday gave feedback on how the event turned out and what went well.
This is my favorite event of the entire year, and also, since I'm in the art department, I like to support my colleague, Sarah Egger. That's right, we're so excited to be here, and I love seeing the bowls that the children make, and the adults too. I know Sarah Egger has made a lot of the bowls this year. And it supports Feeding Hunger, which is a wonderful charity.
We live in Massachusetts, and we were home visiting my family, and I went to Winnacunnet a long time ago and always remembered coming to Empty Bowls because I love it.
Yeah, and this is my first time, and it's pretty cool. I really enjoyed it so far. What about you? You like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we bring Archer next year?
Yeah, we should bring your little brother.
Miss Edgar was in charge of the event and the making of the handcrafted bowls for the event Empty Bowls.
Making an individual bowl can be pretty quick at first, but then I collaborate with students who are adding decoration and design. It's really fun, and my advanced kids help by making a lot of bowls too, but it really happens all year round, and we just fit it in where we can. It's fun. The history with Empty Bowls is that an art teacher in Michigan actually started it about 30 years ago with his class, and then the concept of Empty Bowls kind of spread like wildfire, and potters groups all over the country and even in other countries use this concept of serving a luncheon, and people who come make a donation to fight hunger in their local area. And the bowl is actually just kind of a thank you gift after, and a reminder that there's always people in the community who are facing an empty bowl. And here at Winnacunnet, the tradition started before I even started working here. So I've been here 19 years, and the tradition started like 5 to 7 or 8 years before that. So it's been quite a long chain, so we're proud of that. The community restaurants really pitch in a lot with the soups and breads and desserts. We always get donations from Seacoast Soups in Northampton, Santiago's at Depot Square, Galley Hatch and Old Salt are really reliable too and always big supporters. Smutty Nose, I don't want to forget anyone. And we even have groups here within the school who make soup for us and for our event. The Decisions program, they make a really nice batch of soup every year. And recently, Mrs. Allen's Activities of Daily Living class also makes soup for us. Breads and desserts come from Panera and also from Diane's Fine Desserts in Newburyport.
The event was a success, attracting a lot of people to help put an end to hunger in our school community, and was able to raise as much as $2,400. This is Jackson Winters for WHTV.
That is such a fun event, and it's always so cool to see what sort of bowls people make.
Talking about all that making makes me think of something else: renovations. In our last episode, we reported that the new pavilion was to be installed outside the dining hall during the break. Well, you may have noticed that it's not there yet. The Directors of Facilities here at Winnacunnet, John Gamache, says that there was a delay in getting the plan approved by the state of New Hampshire. It has now been approved and is being constructed at the manufacturing facility in Methuen. It should be installed in the not-too-distant future. Also, for those of you who eat lunch here, you probably noticed the tables and seats were changed out over the break. Gamache says that the surplus money from the dining hall account was used to purchase the new tables. The all-in-one design of the tables and chairs will make cleaning the space faster and easier for custodians. Well, that's all we got for today, Winnacunnet.
See you in the next episode.